Hello, welcome to Tarot in Real Life, where I talk about how the card that I pull for my week has impacted me personally in the week. So you can just kind of get a sense of how these cards can show up in real life. So the card I pulled was the Chariot, and the Chariot for me is all about big choices. Like traditional Tarot 101, it's about success and triumph and winning and and victory and all that jazz. But for me, it goes upstream from that, of the big choices that need to be made in order to help secure that success. Because he has, you can see in the card, a beast in each hand, and he's like going in different directions. If he doesn't choose a direction, he's going to be ripped in two. So the key to making the right decision when it's a big one is to make sure you're not all head and logical and thinking it to death, not all like emotional about it, but let your gut have a say as well. But don't be all gut either. Let your intuition, intellect, emotion all be a part of that decision-making process. So I'm on alert all week thinking like, okay, where are the big choices? Where are the big decisions? And my daughter and I was getting her ready for college. I took her to college yesterday. Didn't really see a ton of decisions being made or big choices. It was just like, I don't know, like blue pillows versus pink pillows. And then I'm thinking like this gas pump or that gas pump. I don't know. That doesn't seem very major. It's usually weightier decisions, not just am I getting oat milk or almond this week, you know? And then after I dropped her off at the college and we spent some time together, I made my way back dipsy doodling through southwestern Ontario and came across this little town. Showed up in like a Reddit forum or something. It's where I get all my best info. Drove up and was like, oh my God, I'm moving here. It felt a lot like Long Beach, California. You all know how often I'm in LA. Going again in October. If anyone wants to book a reading, PS, let me know, because I do in-person readings when I'm in LA. I was immediately like, oh yeah, I could live here. Where's the grocery store? How far from Pearson? Because I do a lot of traveling, so I have to drive to the airport. It's a little bit longer. All these things, I'm immediately like, oh my God, am I doing this? Am I doing this? Am I moving? And then I'm starting to kind of think myself out of it. Like, well, is there enough closet space? I'm deep in the MLS listings now. It's like 1 a.m. yesterday. Like I went, it was wild. And then I was looking at old expired listings to see like what was available in the past. I had to do that moment of, you know, balancing head, heart, and gut. And I always tell people when they get the Chariot card to do this visualization where you imagine yourself taking this path or that path, really make it a visceral, like daydream, immerse yourself. You know, what am I wearing? Oh, there's a dog barking. And when you are in each possibility, whether it's 2 or 5 or whatever, you just say, okay, how does this make me feel? Well, how does that make me feel? Because one will always feel better than the other, or less yucky. So, you know, it might be, well, that feels great, that feels gross, or it could be, that's disgusting, that's worse. I'm going to do option disgusting, or like, that's really good, but that's even better. And it was wild because I actually sat and did that just kind of automatically, because that's sort of how I do things. It's like how I make decisions. I'll often, you know, get really excited about something, but then I'll be like, okay, if I'm in a good regulated space, I'll be like, okay, take a step back, take a breath, imagine doing this versus that, blah, 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 doing the thing. And I was thinking, okay, yeah, I think it feels really good to go. Like it just feels like a no-brainer. I can get so much more bang for my buck in this smaller town that's like on the shores of Lake Erie and feels like California than I could in this little shoebox I'm in now, which is lovely and backs onto the woods. Blessings, blessings, so grateful. And also is very limited in a lot of ways. The kicker, my landlady this morning emailed me that the rent is getting increased in November. So that to me was also the universe being like, bitch, get your U-Haul, it's time to move. Anyway, yeah. How does the Chariot show up for you? Can you think of anything? Let me know. Like, subscribe, do all the things, follow along. Check out also monthly tarot scopes happening, and card of the day, of course, every weekday morning. Okay, have a good one.